Good morning and a very warm welcome to the SSRVM Trust Academic Head, Mrs. Rama Venkateshji. Today's speaker, Dr. Rakhi Chitnis, principals, teachers, and students. Hope you and your family members are all safe and doing well. Let's begin today's session with our Guruji's quote. After that, to take the divine's blessings by chanting Om 3 times. Our Pujya Guruji says, and I quote, don't postpone your happiness until some perfect future date. Be happy now. Tomorrow will take care of itself. So we have to be always happy in the presence moment. Don't think that when my birthday will come or when I'll get an award or while I get a position, that time I will be happy. Always be happy in the present moment. That's what our Guruji, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji says. Let's close our eyes and chant Om 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Today's speaker, let me introduce to today's speaker. Today's speaker is Dr. Rakhi Chitnis. She is dedicated education facilitator with a proven track record of 11 years of teaching, a passion for education, a researcher in the field of educational technology. She has written many articles and research paper on the same topic. She's working as an academic coordinator in SSRVM Indore. You can see a beautiful school campus of Indore in the backdrop of Rakhi ji. What a beautiful, it looks like as if we are, it's not a school, it's a resort. Good, very good in SSRVM Indore. Dr. Chitnis has received many awards. To name a few are the Best Awards 2020 Institute of Scholars Bangalore, Best Teachers Award 2020 Institute of Scholars Bangalore, I repeated it, Education Technology Savvy Educator of India Award, International Education Symposium and Awards 2020, Best Research Paper presented in International Web Conference, Redefining Education for Sustainable Future, held on 7th and 8th November 2020. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. Let's get ready for an exciting session, how to use electrical components smartly. In life skills series of session, over to Dr. Rakhi Chitnis to take the session ahead. A warm welcome to you, ma'am, once again.
Good day to all of you, and thank you very much, Rekha ma'am, and entire academic team of SSRVM for giving me this opportunity to talk in front of students to know them more about what we are using every day. So let me start with our presentation, ma'am. Okay, good morning and Jai Gurudev students, all of you. How are you all? I hope you all are doing very well at your home and learning new things every day, right? With this series of skills development, and you must have learned so many things till now. Add on to this something new that we are going to learn or that we are going to understand today. It's all about electrical energies and electrical components that we use every day. Students, when I was small like you, when I was in standard 6th, 7th, or 8th, the same age as like you, a same question always comes in my mind that from where I get this electrical energy. Whenever I switch it on, I get lights. I can able to turn on my fans. I can able to see the television, because that time we are more often of televisions, right? We do not have that computers and tabs that you all have today. Okay, so I was very much eager to know that from where this energy comes, and I hope you all are also having the same curiosity inside you, that from where this energy today. So let us have a small journey. Let us talk about this small journey today, that from where we'll get this energy, from where we get the energy. So this journey consists of 7 or 8 different stages, or 8 different stations rather, I would say. Like, so here how the electricity gets to our house. It starts from the generation, then it gets stored into the power stations, then transmitted through various transmission lines, and then come to our house, and we are using these energies, right? So power stations, generation of power stations, right? So it is generated through water. You know, water has a large amount of energy in it. We can use so much of energy out of water. So some part of energy is being utilized to generate electricity. Okay, some form of energy we are generating or we are taking in from wind. Okay, so you can see all natural resources that we have around us can be utilized, can be used to generate this electrical energy. Also, heat can also be used to generate electrical energy. Okay, you know, heat has so much of energy. You are using heat every day in your kitchen, right? So when we are utilizing these natural resources to generate energy, so the next station of this journey comes, that where to store. So these are our power stations. You might have observed sometime while traveling, okay, you have this big huge wiring and cabling all around. Okay, so these are the power station which stores the energy and just make it available to get transmitted through these big transmission lines. I hope you are somewhere try to remember the things, try to remember these poles, big, huge poles and thick wires are going along with you when you're traveling through the road, isn't it? Am I right? So when you're traveling, you're finding these kind of wiring. So these are the transmission lines which take energy from the substations to our house. Okay, so from our house, when it comes to our house, actually it comes from these kind of poles. Now, I am sure that you must have observed this somewhere near to your apartment, somewhere near to your house, somewhere at the starting or at the beginning of your colonies. Yes. So this is what you have. This is what we call as a poles or the distribution poles. Okay, so from this distribution poles, the energy, the electrical energy which is being generated, travel through a long distance, reaches to the destination. Now, what's the destination is? Destination is our own house. Okay, so when it comes to our own house, so isn't it an exciting journey of this energy? It travels a long distance and reaches to our house with the same strength and same potential. It reaches to our house. Okay, and then we are ready to use it. So now here comes that how we are using this energy, how we are utilizing this energy. Are we really utilizing it, or sometimes we are wasting it also? Okay, so from these poles, the energy now actually enters in your house. Okay, so this is the very first door or very first inlet or very first welcome station of this energy that you have at your home, right? So this is what we have, the main electric supply at our home. So I'll not suggest you to go directly on this section of your house because it is quite dangerous for you people. But sometimes you may observe along with your parents, of course. Okay, don't go alone. Okay, these are the lines. These are the something which is really dangerous for us. Okay, so we are working at 220. You might have seen 220 volt to 240 volts and 50 hertz. Something new, right? Something very, we are not often, we are using it, but the meaning is not, I just not able to understand what hertz and what means by it. The same with me also when I was there at your age, right? So these 220 volt and 240 volt is the level of energy that we are getting. Which energy? Electrical energy. The level of electrical energy that we are getting. Okay, and 50 hertz is the number of cycles it takes in 1 second. Number of cycles it goes up and then come down, then goes up, then this is how it travels. Okay, we have just seen the journey. So this is how it travels. It goes up and down 50 times in 1 second. That is what we call as a frequency. I hope now you can understand this word hertz. So whenever you find this 220 volts and 50 hertz, I'm sure now you can able to answer that what it 50 hertz means. Okay, so when you look into this electric board, you have these many components assembled on it. Okay, so the first is that you have that comes is MCB, that is miniature circuit boards. Okay, miniature circuit boards, these are the electric boards which control the flow or which control the overloading of your current to go excess beyond the limit. Okay, then you have fuses, again a safety device which again controls the flow of current, and the meter which you have. Okay, so I get into the close of this meter. Let us see to the close of this meter that what actually this meter contains, what actually this meter is doing here. Okay, what it helps us to understand. So you can see some of the markings here on this meter if I get into the close of this electric meter. Okay, don't go close physically, it's very dangerous. I'm again telling you these things. Just I'm showing you through this picture. Right, so you can see a standard. This is very important. Very important. Indian Standard Institution, ISI. All the electrical devices which we are purchasing, which we are bringing to our home, should have an ISI mark. These are the standards which are given by the Government of India to be to have these electrical devices to be safe to use. They are standardized. They are not harmful for us. Okay, but sometimes there are duplicate ISI marking also. You have to be very careful. So how to know which is the correct one? So you can see there is a series of number written here. So these are the registration number of that particular device. So these registration number are entered with the name, the company and the appliance, and then it is given to that. So whenever you are purchasing, whenever you are going with your parents to purchase any of the electrical devices, even a simple small cell also, whatever be the company, please look at the standard ISI with the series of number written on it. That is very important for you. Okay. Secondly, on the meter, you can see the numbers which are going around. Okay, can you see these numbers? It is written here some numbers, and these numbers are just keep on running. It goes on and on and on. It keeps on running. So these are actually what we call as a units. Units is the amount of electrical energy that you are consuming through your various electrical devices at home. When you're turning on your fans, when you're turning on your tube lights, your bulbs, your computers, your air conditioners, whatever devices you're using, this number is going on and on and on. So it is utilizing. This is the indicator. In simple word, this is an indicator which shows you that how much energy you have consumed per day. And of course, when you are consuming something, When you're taking in something, you have to pay for it. Isn't it? Am I right? You have to pay for it. You are not going to get the things as it is. You have to pay something for it. And that's what we pay an electricity bill. Okay, so this electricity bill is being calculated every end of the month. You might have observed a person used to come, just take down something, some numbers, or just click the photograph of your meter and just take it out. Okay, so this is how we actually calculating your electricity bill. That means the amount of energy, the amount of units, the amount of kWh that you have consumed multiplied by the per unit rate. Okay, so this is how. So the how much energy you have consumed, that much amount of bill you have to pay. So what is the smart use of this energy? That we must use the energy that is required. We should not go for the unnecessary use, or we should not go for the wastage of this energy. Nobody is sitting in the room and still the fans are on, still the tube lights are on, television is also going on, but nobody is utilizing it. Then what's the sense? It is simply wasting the energy, and wasting energy at the same time, you have to pay for it, even though you have not utilized it. Are you getting my words? Being utilized and being used. You are using, but you are not utilizing. You are not taking the proper sense of that thing. Okay, so this is how we calculate our electricity. So whenever next time you are getting your electricity bill, maybe online or offline, just check out how much units you have consumed in that particular month on that bill. Okay, and just try to reduce it for the next month. Just take it this task, or take it this challenge, that just note down the units from the electricity bill. Every electricity bill has this unit returns in kWh. Okay, and accordingly you have to pay the electricity bill. So now I think you all are aware of that we all are going through energy crisis. Why? Because we have more of demand and less of supply. So if you reduce it, if you reduce the number of units consumed, if you reduce the energy consumed, then automatically you have to pay the less bill. So please take care next time. Just ask your mama or papa that just show me the electricity bill. I want to see how much of units I have consumed last month, so that I can reduce it, try to reduce it next time, right? Okay, so this is how we have the electricity bill or meter that we use or we calculate. Okay, now let us come to the small components that you have at your home, that is the switches and plugs. Very interesting, right? You just get into your room, turn on and sit into the air conditioner, turn on the light, just sit, go on reading things. But how this turn on and off is actually working, let us try and understand this. Okay, so you have two different types of switches at your home. Okay, one is somewhat bigger in size, or sometimes it is written as 15 ampere, or sometimes it is written as 16 ampere as well. Okay, and you have some switches which are smaller in size. I'll come to it later. So this bigger in size switches, they are 15 ampere. Now again a question mark. What is this ampere? What do you mean by 15 ampere? Ampere is the unit of current that you are taking out from this circuits or from these boards. Okay, you're taking out from the supply of energy. Just I'll give you one example so that you can understand in more better way. I have a bucket full of water, and my one unit is one mug that I'm using. So if I taken out 15 mugs of water from one bucket, okay, so that much amount of water is being utilized. Now you can understand. Similarly, when we take out the current from this circuit, we use the unit as amperes. So 15 amperes of current for 15 amperes, which is a quite higher range. Okay, so please be very careful when you are using with these kind of plugs. They are called as a power plugs. And these power plugs are generally used for the appliances which requires or which draw out more current, such as your air conditioners, your electric geysers, right? Your computers that you are using it at your home. Okay, these devices requires a large amount of current, so they are usually worked on 15 amperes. Okay, so please observe next time that whenever you are using this kind of appliances, you must have 15 ampere. Don't go for the lesser values. Okay, so this is the one which type of plugs which you have, and of course whenever you are not using it, please switch it off. Okay, you are if you turn it on and you're not using it, you're wasting your energy, same as a bucket getting overflowed with water. It is not of any use. The another type of switch that you have is small switches like 5 amperes. Okay, so these 5 amperes require less amount of currents, like one which you are using for your mobile chargers every day, right? You are using it for your electric iron, you're using it for your mixer grinders, you're using it for hair dryers. Okay, so these require very small amount of current, so for that we have this. Now why we have this bifurcation, or why we have this division? Okay, the only reason, if the capacity of that switch is to give 5 ampere, it will give you only 5 ampere of current. So by mistake, if you are connecting your geyser or air conditioner to these switches, there may be a blast because it tried to draw out more amount of current, which is not of its capacity. Okay, so you have to be very, very, very careful while connecting devices to these electrical switches, connecting devices to these electrical circuits. And of course, whenever you are using it, use it very smartly. Okay, so when you're turning on your switch, what actually you're doing, you are just similar work as you do for turn on your tap for the flow of water. When the bucket is full, you turn it off, right? Similarly, when your work it gets over, when you are complete with your work, just switch off the switch, turn it off. Okay, just don't put it on standby. We usually have this habit, isn't it? We watch the TVs, we just put off with the remote controls, and we just went off the room. We never bother to switch off to the supply through the switch. Okay, even though we are not utilizing, but the some amount of current is still flowing because your switch is on, and this very small amount of current may be counted as a loss of energy, right? So if we go on like this for everything, so just think that how much of energy you just waste every day. You charge your mobile, just take out the charger and went away. You just never bother to switch off that switch of the charger. Don't do it. Whenever your charger is full, whenever your mobile is full, first switch it off from the switch and then only take out your mobile. Just make this habit and let others also make it aware for the others also. Okay, just don't put on your switch unnecessarily. Okay, geysers, when you're using geysers, when you're using boilers, particularly storage geysers, I'm not talking about instant geysers, I'm talking about storage geysers. Okay, once the boiler is done, once the water gets heated up, it have an indicator, it gets switched off automatically. But at the same time, we have our responsibility to turn off the switch to avoid the wastage of energy. Okay, so if we contribute this small things every day, you must be very happy that you are saving some amount of energy for the nation, right? So these are the switches that we are using at home. Now, how to connect the switches? Okay, so know to connect the switches, I'm just going to show you. Others, sir, can you just put it me on the spot? Okay, so you can see here on the picture also, you have three colored wires and the same which I have in my hand also. Okay, so it is actually looking like this. You are using it every day, right? You have a wire, a thicker one and two thinner rods. Okay, so this thicker one is the earth. Okay, this is earth wiring. Then you have a live wiring and the neutral one. Okay, now what is the utilization of these three wires? Why we are using, why we have given them color codes? Because they all have same material inside. Please be very careful. They all have same material inside, copper only, but they are coated with the different color insulating shields. Okay, so this different color insulating shields is because to know their functioning. Their functioning are different even though material is same. Okay, so when I talk about a red color, red is usually sign of what? Red is usually the sign of danger. We every time whenever we go something which is danger, it is shown with red color light. It goes directly into our eyes. Okay, so here also this red color wire is a danger. How? This is a live wire which is at very high electrical energy level. Okay, so when you are getting into it, when you are getting direct contact to these kind of wire, you are going to get a heavy shock. Okay, so we should never touch these wires with our bare hands. We should always use gloves or wear sleepers. Whenever we are working with any of the electrical devices, please make it sure that you should wear sleepers. Okay, it's an insulator. It stops the flow of current. So red color wire, it is being a danger color. It is red live wire is also very danger wire. So it is being colored as a red. And sometimes nowadays you can find it in brown color as well. Okay, so this color coding is given for that purpose. Okay, the next is one which is of green color. It is given to earth. How's the earth color is? Earth color is green. Okay, so green color is given to the earth wire, and its purpose, its function is to just take everything inside the earth. Earth takes everything into us, right? Like a mother. Whatever mistakes, whatever happenings which we in throughout the day, it is all taken, it is all absorbed in by our mothers. Same is the earth because she is the mother earth. Okay, so by mistake, if you are using these devices not properly, there might be some leakage of current in the circuit. Okay, and this leakage of current may cause harm to us. Okay, so what this earth wire is doing, this earth wire is taking all those dangerous leakage currents into the earth, like our mother. Okay, she takes all our mistakes into in, right? So this is what actually the earth wire is doing. The earth wire is taking in all the excess of current into in, okay, to avoid the shock, excess of shock which is leakage, which is coming out by mistake. Whose mistake? Our mistake only. If we are not using it properly, if this shield, insulating shield get wear and teared off, if the wire is too old, we are not maintaining it properly. Okay, so there is a chances of leakage, and this leakage of current may cause harm to us. So this is what. And the black one is neutral, doing nothing, but still important because it maintains the energy difference. And the current flows only when you have this energy difference. Okay, so these are the wirings that you have. And always one more thing I'm telling you, whenever you are working with these electrical appliances, always wear rubber slippers or stand on a wooden plank, stand on a wooden stools. Okay, and if you're watching someone doing this with their without wearing slippers, without using wooden stool, please, it's your responsibility to make them use these things. Okay, just only for the safety. Next, we are talking about the another source that is we are usually using is batteries and cells. Okay, so batteries and cells we are using every day in our remote controls, in your games, remote games. Okay, so we are using this batteries with the two terminals. You have one is positive, which is just one which is popped out. It is a positive terminal, and one which is at the bottom is the negative terminal. So we usually have these kind of cells, right? We are using small cells, and sometimes some cells are bigger in size. Okay, so these size, what these size indicates, these size indicates their energy levels. Okay, this is having a small energy of 1.5 volt, and this is having somewhat bigger, more energy of 3 volts each. Okay, so when we are using it, when we are making it with the size tells you the how much energy it is going to give you. Okay, and whenever you are using this cells, you are connecting either in this manner, just side by side, where two positives are at the one end, the top ones, and the two negative are at the bottom ends. Okay, so sometimes in remote controls or sometimes in your cordless phones, you are connecting it like this. Okay, but in some of the appliances, you are connecting it like this. Okay, so these are the two ways in which we are connecting the cells. Okay, one, this is what we call as a parallel, just next to one another, and this is what we call as series. So positive, negative, then next again positive and negative. This is what we call as in series. They are series with each other. Okay, so when you're connecting, it allows the current to flow. Now remember, cells having very less amount of current, so it is not that dangerous as that of your switches and all. Okay, and but very important thing. Again, we can save this energy for a longer period of time. How? Okay, so whenever you are not using, suppose you have a torch or a battery where you have connected your cells like this, and you're using the torch. Okay, after the use of torch, just make sure that you should turn the other one of the cell other way around. That means two negatives should come together. Okay, instead of having positive negative like this, you just turn it round and make it like this so that two negatives should come together. So this stops the flow of current and stops the discharging of your cell. Again, you are saving it for a longer period of time. Okay, and if you just keep it like this for a longer period of time without using it also, again some of the energy get leak out or some of the energy get lost and the cells start discharging, so it will discharge earlier. Okay, so this is something very important. Again, to save the energy of the cell, you just turn it round. Similarly, when you are connecting in a parallel like this, okay, you just turn it round other way around like this. Okay, you just turn it other way around like this. So now what is happening? It stops the flow of current. So you are saving your energies, you are saving your discharging of your cell so that it will run for a longer period of time. It will help you to run for the longer period of time, right? So I hope you have understood that how to connect the cells. Now I'll do it once again. You can see these two cells. The pop-up one is the positive and the other way around is the negative one. Okay, so when you're connecting them in series, I'll just put this cell and the negative positive will go to the end of the negative. This is how we connect it in series. Okay, this is how we connect the cell in series. And if you're not using it, just turn it around. Two negatives come together. So it stops the flow of current. Okay, so I hope now you have understood this, that it has stopped the flow of current and again you are saving the energy. Okay, so we'll just conclude. One question, I'll come to the question. Okay, just let me finish with this and we'll, of course, discuss with some of the questions also. So now when we are using these electrical energies, the very important is energy savings. Have you observed this kind of stickers on your electrical appliances nowadays? Yes, of course, you must have these kind of stickers, especially on your refrigerators, your air conditioners, right? Then your washing machines, your water geysers, these kind of stickers you have. What this sticker is all about? These stickers are given, these are the ratings given by an organization or the institution of central government. This is a central government body called as Bureau of Energy Efficiency, BEE. Can you see this mark? BEE. BEE is the Bureau of Energy Efficiency. This agency is worked by Central Government of India, Ministry of Power. Okay, and these stickers or these marks are given to all those appliances which are okay, and the star marking indicates more number of stars is more energy saving by that particular device. Okay, so now whenever you are going to purchase, this is sticker which is there on my refrigerator. I look it for the 4-star because it is saving more amount of energy, around 320 per units per year. Okay, so again your electricity bill get reduced, right? So whenever you are going to purchase these appliances, please look it for these type of stickers and always choose for more star rating. Okay, so ultimately you are saving your energy and you are reducing your bills. Okay, so we'll go just brief down our session with some energy saving tips we should that you should all follow at your home and make others also to follow. Okay, so these are some energy saving tips that you have at home, around 12 energy saving tips. First, I am telling you again and again, please turn off lights whenever you are leaving your room. Turn off your fans, don't use it or unnecessarily. Okay, switch to energy efficient appliances, BEE rating. Now you remember, BEE rating is the energy efficient appliance. Okay, Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So let's go for more star rating appliances. Okay, then you must switch over to the LEDs instead of using bulbs which were used earlier. LEDs consumes less amount of energy. Unplug devices when they are not in use, particularly mobile phones. We always forget to do that. Okay, you are keeping your thermostat at refrigerators. Unnecessary, you should not increase the, just go on turning on the switch of the refrigerator because it is not getting cool. Okay, just make it at minimum, because if you are increasing, if you are going it to the maximum side, actually you are taking it more amount of electrical energy. So you must have that temperature sensor at the minimum. Of course, water, we save water. Okay, you must have smart automated devices. For example, when you just put a pump for your overhead tanks, to fill up the water into your overhead tanks in your apartments or in your individual houses, must have an indicator which indicates you whenever the tank goes complete. It again saves the energy and water as well. Okay, you have all these things, then cook with the lids and so many things. And of course, we must go for solar power devices. Again, the natural sources, natural energy, which is unlimited. Okay, so let us take up this message today, that ask your mom and dad to use good bulbs, turn off your lights, and unplug the switches whenever it is not in use. Thank you so much, and I hope students, you will now be very much aware whenever you are using these electrical devices, whenever you are using these kind of appliances smartly, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rakhi Chitnis, for this enriching session.
Thank you, ma'am.
After attending today's session, students must have understood how to conserve electrical energy. Yes, students, she has explained it. I also thank SSRM Trust for organizing this session for us. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. I also thank our tech team for their constant support. See you tomorrow, same time, same link for another exciting life skill session. Tomorrow is Communication Skills Part 2. Till then, bye. Join with your friends tomorrow. Jai Gurudev.